The University of Southern Mississippi is one of the many universities that have converted to online formats for communication and education wherever possible. At this time, all access and operations at the university are limited at all locations. This limited access has pushed both faculty and students to an alternative online environment. Let's talk about COVID-19 so far and how it has impacted students and faculty personally and educationally here on Southern Summarized.
COVID is a virus that started in Wuhan, China, and it spread very quickly to surrounding countries, including the United States. And because it's spreading so quickly and there is no cure, it's called a pandemic.
It's something that is affecting all of us and really impacting the daily lives, not just us in the United States, but globally. I think for me, it makes me reflect on what it means to be a global citizen and not just like a U.S. citizen.
At the beginning, I really didn't think too much of it just because, they were like, it's like the flu. If you have a good immune system, you don't have nothing to worry about. But the more I started researching it and the more deaths that I saw, the more conscious I started to become.
Nationally, we are unprepared to handle everything that is happening to us. There are families that are losing their jobs and their sources of income because of everything that's happening. There are students that are having to go through drastic changes in terms of university and public schooling.
I ended up losing my job, classes got moved online, and I'm not near my family, so that's really hard. It's just me and my roommate right now, and so I feel kind of displaced in a way.
For my English 365, which is a digital literacies class, we actually came up with a contingency plan before our spring break. So thankfully, we generated those conversations beforehand, before USM announced anything, because I was kind of looking at the trends that were happening nationally with universities and realizing like, hey, I think this is going to be actually a really good possibility and probability. So why not have those conversations and foster those while we are physically in the same space as opposed to via email.
I'm currently a student, so classes got pushed online. Since I'm a senior, would be graduating.
The biggest event that got canceled was graduation for me, but there's also a bunch of other events that got canceled. So there's a bunch of redoing of things that's going on.
Whenever we think about technology, we have to start with the premise that technology is an affordance, right? That it's not accessible to everyone, that people's relationship and time and labor with technology looks completely different, that their familiarity and lack of familiarity with platforms like Discord and Zoom and WebEx looks completely different, that we can't assume that everyone has the same relationship and familiarity with these platforms. So I think that's the beginning of the conversation.
Online advantages, you can work at your own pace if permitted to. So I really like working ahead. I like pulling up my assignments and doing them in unproctored environments and just going for it and learning how to do things on my own. If I'm online and I'm taking classes online, then those things are liberties and they are, privileges that we have, and that's cool.
It gets people out of their comfort zones. It really helps people to, have a new way of learning.
I hope that everybody knows this is a real thing that's happening. Do not pay attention to anything that says this is not real. This is real. This is our everyday lives. This is probably going to take a while to get over. Please social distance.
For the safety of everybody involved, it's better just to stay home as much as possible.
Just stay calm, take it day by day, watch the news, but don't let it consume you.
Be patient, be kind, be gracious to students, to the classroom, right? Technology doesn't operate the same as the physical classroom space. So be patient with students.
So what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below and be sure to follow us on social media. I'm Keisha G, and this has been Southern Summarized.